Hey guys, welcome back to the Interceptor. We are here with another Alliance War. This is War 2 of Season 45, and Matrix has matched up against SGA1. And this is another all-stealthy war, baby, because once again, I have a ton of stealthy fights plus a boss. Last war, it was 9 fights, including a rank 5 ascended photon boss. This time it's 8 fights, including a rank 2 Sasquatch boss, a rank 2 7-star. And once again, all of my fights are with Stealthy. We have the Guardian synergy and the Scorpion synergy here. Now, just like last time, I was originally assigned Cassie, and I said, I don't want Cassie. Stealthy can do everything. So I requested Guardian as my 3rd champion, and my officer said that was okay. It's only for one fight, the block proficiency, but as you'll see, the synergy ended up doing nothing, as you'll see, for the last fight of the war. But we have a rank 2 7-star Guardian, which is a crazy rank up. That makes 0 sense to me. I do not understand this rank up, but it's something someone did. So we have Stealthy, of course. Slow pre-fight to counter the Unstoppable and the SP1, which is what I prefer to bait if I have a slow counter. And of course the Scorpion synergy is going to allow me to pause my slow. And I know that his personal buffs get increased ability accuracy, so the slow won't prevent them from activating. But regardless of ability accuracy, if you have a slow on, you'll prevent the effects of Unstoppable, even if you don't prevent the icon. And fighting long shot actually works the same way. So you will not prevent the passive Unstoppable that comes from the global, but you will prevent the effects, and you can hit as if the Unstoppable was not there. And I knew that it worked the exact same way against Guardian. And yeah, this fight is really easy. He goes down in just barely over a minute, mostly because I just had to focus on baiting out those SP1s. So yeah, really easy fight. We'll go into the next one here. And this is a rank 2 7-star Hulk. And once again, we're using the slow pre-fight because every single fight that I have this season is either a global defender or someone that goes unstoppable on their own. So, yeah. Anyways, I know that you can Dex Hulk's first medium and counter with a light, so I'm going to be using that instead of parrying because he's going to have the Fury from me having all my debuffs here. So I just don't really want to have to worry about that here. We're going to do it to push to an SP2. We're going to bait this out, and he actually is going to throw it right away, which is really nice because Hulk is notorious for not throwing his SP2. He will throw his SP1 very often, but when he gets to SP2, he will hold it for 30 seconds at a time. And then right there, I mistimed my dash back. I think I was too early, so I did not have the spacing to counter with the light, and I got comboed, but I did have an invuln boost on specifically for this Hulk fight. I didn't really care about the Gladiator one, but I thought I'd throw it on then as well because I don't need it for the fight right after this. But yeah, that Hulk goes down. Again, a really clean fight because the only hits we took were while we were indestructible. And next, we're on path 4 again. Last war, I think I was path 1 to 5, and this time I'm 4 to 4. So we have this rank 5 Spider Ham, which is a decent placement, but this is going to be a very, very simple fight for Stealthy. And this fight is actually going to allow us to heal as well, which is why I did not use any potions here. I believe I throw on, go to combat regen boost. And I'm pretty sure this node has heal block, but I didn't really care because I don't need an invuln or an SP1 boost. I'd literally just be pissing it away, and I would never need the effects in a fight like this, so I didn't use it. But yeah, this is a really easy fight. We're going to get our slow up. We are going to throw the SP1. Oh, I don't know why I'm yawning because it's 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Maybe just I just got out of the shower. Not just like 2 hours ago, but anyways, just had the bait SP1s. This Spidey is going to be really annoying. Not Spidey, Spider-Ham. He's going to be really annoying with his SP1, and he's going to take quite a bit, but the fight's still going to take around a minute. Because once I do get to hit him and actually, when he actually throws the SP1 and I actually get to hit him, I do a lot of damage, so yeah. Baited the SP1. Again, he's just being an idiot. He's not throwing it here. I'm just going to be patient. Push to another SP1. Here he throws it right away, I believe. Yeah. But unfortunately, when he throws the SP1, he puts a taunt on you, which lowers your damage very significantly. So I'm doing about half the damage that I normally would be doing. But that's fine, because he does go down in a minute 15-ish. Minute 18. Yeah, and I ended at 100% health, so that's fine. This is actually the fight I was assigned Cassie for, and I'm like, nah, just let me use Stealthy. And yeah, we put on our web foam again. So this is going to be pretty straightforward. Even though this is a rank 5 clairvoyant, she's such a low HP defender that it just becomes really easy. Here, I was waiting for her to throw the SP1 because I am pretty confident dexing it and punishing it, but she actually didn't throw it. And she's not going to throw SP1 a single time in this fight because she's just going to go down right here. So, yeah, there I was trying to go for an intercept, and here I try to go for several intercepts. She's not going to go for any of my intercepts, and I'm going to end up actually countering one of her medium attacks that I dexed really early on right there. So that was really nice, and then here I just kill with a combo. 40 seconds, she goes down really nicely. And we go to the only non-perfect fight, I think. I don't know. I don't remember. I remember not being super happy. Oh, no, wait. This fight is not the one that goes bad. No, none of the fights go bad in this war. They're all good, but I make one tiny mistake at the end of this fight, and it's otherwise a perfect fight. So this is a Manthing. This is on the node that Sasquatch is normally on, node 38, but because Sasquatch is on the boss node, they had to place someone else here. Very easy fight for Stealth Spidey. We use the slow pre-fight. We're going to go for double slow to get up our Fury. And normally when you're fighting Manthing, it doesn't matter if you have a precision because crits don't do extra damage. But here it's just kind of the most convenient way to get a knockdown. And also, I don't need to ever throw a special in this fight like any of my other special attacks, SP1, SP2, or SP3. Because I never want to knock him down again. I want to keep him... I want to keep the protection up, and I want to keep him slowed, so I'm not going to knock him down. But it doesn't hurt me to have the precision, so I was like, you know what? It's the easiest way to get a knockdown. Why not? And yeah, I do prefer to push Manthing to his SP2 if possible. And here he actually is going to let me, but I just have to make sure to keep dashing back to pause both my slow, my Fury, and my precision. I guess not both, but all. But yeah, really easy here. I'm going to use my Striker to help push to an SP2, which is actually something I'm going to do a lot in the boss fight as well. It's very, very useful, or else you'd have to take quite a bit more block damage than I end up taking. And then I believe this is my mistake right there. So I intercepted with a light, and me personally, it felt like I continued attacking. It didn't feel like there was any delay. The game said there was some delay, and I got parried. So here I'm trying to make the fight a little longer, because I can pause the slow and my effects as long as I want. So there I technically could have waited till I got to 100% health, but I didn't really want to. I just kind of wanted to end the fight. And we're going to take... Oh no, actually we're not going to take this Werewolf yet, because the guy that put the pre-fight on Manthing for me actually had to take some fights of his own, and then he had to put a pre-fight on a later fight, the Atuma that was on node 47, and I had to wait for that to come down. And I was actually at the gym. Like, I was in the gym when I'm doing these fights. These fights right here, I got to the gym, I'd done like one set, and then I got a tag saying my fights were done, and I just didn't really want to worry about my fights for the rest of my workout, so I just went right outside the gym. I went to an area of the gym where there's some tables, and I just sat down, I did my fights, and then I went back to my workout. Because that was just like the most convenient thing for me. That way I can focus on one thing at a time, and I know that if I had not done this, I would have been just overthinking my last 3 fights the whole workout. So here we have a Werewolf by Night. Very easy defender. I actually really like fighting him with stealth. It's a really satisfying matchup, but yeah, we just want to get our slow on. We put an SP1 boost on for this fight because I know this fight's going to be fast, and the next fight not requires it, but it helps a lot. So here I'm going to bait 1 SP1. I'm going to block to get a few more ruptures to make sure I end at full health. And I can consistently full dex the SP1, so that is not a problem. But because I've fought Werewolf a couple times in war now, I do know that you can dex his first medium attack, and the recovery time is so long that you have time to counter with a light, the same way that I do against Photon. And here I actually don't need to bait another special because I just kill him. And this was actually an Ascended Werewolf, so that was a really nice fight. 39 seconds for an Ascended Werewolf, that's awesome. Because that was about, what, 350k health, something like that. I couldn't take that Lady Death Strike because she's not global, so I would add no way of countering the Hazard Shift. But here, we have this rank 2 Mysterio, the exact same fight I took last war, except this war I play it better. I mean, I don't play it better, but I get better AI, because in the last fight, I was at 91% health when he was at like 5% health, and then he just did full combos into my block while I was trying to bait a heavy, and I lost 50% of my health from brute force. So the only difference between this fight and that fight is that instead of me waiting so long for him to charge a heavy attack so that I can counter it, he actually throws the heavy right away, which is really nice. And I'm actually able to push to SP2 every single time, which just gave me a little bit more healing. I am ticking for 179 every half second. Here, gotta bait another heavy. There we go, and we are able to push to another SP2. Bait that out right away, which is awesome. And yeah, this fight has just gotten really, really simple to take with Stealthy after I've taken it so many times. And here I decided to just go for the kill, but unfortunately I get really bad RNG on my crits on that. Actually, no, I didn't. For some reason I thought I did, but yeah, there he charges the heavy instantly, and I actually end with 96% health instead of 44% from last war. But now we have the big fight, the fight I was most worried about. And during this little loading screen right here, I put my phone down. I was wiping off my hands with my gym towel, and I was like, because I was sweating, I was a little nervous. I put the slow pre-fight on right here, and I am going to chuck on an invulnerability boost, my second of the war. And I have the fight plan in my head. It's just keep slow up and push to SP2 the whole fight. That's my whole plan. That is all I'm going to do, and I know this fight is going to come down. I'm definitely not going to time out. So I'm going to block at the beginning, just wait for a heavy attack, get my 2 slows up, and we're hitting some reparries. Unfortunately, he's going to throw this SP1, which is cringe, but that's completely fine. Here, oh, maybe it's not here. At one point in this fight, I think he... No, that was last war on 38 where he threw the SP1. Right, my bad. So this war, he's never going to get a chance to throw an SP1. So the really nice thing, the thing that I know about Sasquatch, about fighting him, is that if you bait SP2 while Sasquatch is in Wrath, he loses only 1 bar of power, but he gets increased combat power rate during Wrath. So 1 combo actually pushes him back to an SP2. And then here, we're going to use our Striker to make sure we push to SP2 there, give him no chance to throw the SP1. Here we get Wrath. So as you'll notice right here, we're able to perfectly push back to 2 bars of power. And this is the entire strategy of this fight, is to just continuously push to SP2. There we reset the timing on the slow. Here we're able to bait SP2 one more time, and I'm actually going to use my SP3 here to push to the SP2 because I don't need my charges back. I am literally only using this SP3 to push to SP2. That is the sole purpose of it. It didn't even do much damage. It did like 3% damage, only 44,000. But yeah, we're just going to keep doing this, and if we have to, like right here, we are going to take some block damage there. Unfortunately, I try to counter the dash back, and I do get parried on the second hit of my first medium, which is kind of funny, but I did have an invuln boost, and even if I didn't, that would have done absolutely nowhere near enough damage to kill me. Nowhere near enough. So here, we're just waiting for him to go in Wrath for the second time, because at this point, with him having 7 charges, he is resisting a very large portion of my damage, of my hits. There I use the SP2 to push to the SP2, but here now that we're in Wrath, we're going to be doing the exact same thing we were doing earlier. Just keep pushing to SP2, and this fight is going to go down in about 15-ish seconds. Here, I decided not to go for my SP2. I decided to just take a little bit of block damage. And then here, I think I go for an SP2. No, I decide to try to go for an intercept. Oh, okay. I'm just playing it safe. I'm just taking a little extra block damage here. I'm going to combo into a striker, and he is going to go down just barely under 3 minutes. But to kill 1,000,000 health that fast is pretty damn nice. So yeah, there we go. And then I'm gonna put LFG in the chat, which I can't say on YouTube or it'll get my video demonetized, but you know what that stands for. And yeah, that's actually all for my war. I say all, but that was 8 fights. So yeah, very, very nice war for me. Just continuing with my incredible start to the season. 2 wars in, I already have 17 fights done, all with Stealth Spidey, and I barely use potions. Like in the first war, I used 4 of the smaller potions and 1 of the bigger potions, and in this war, I used 2 of the really small potions, like I think they're the 6k potions. That's all I used for 8 fights, which is awesome. I mean, I guess when you only get hit in 1 fight that you didn't have an indestructible boost on for, it makes sense that you're not losing that much health. But yeah, I came out of that rank 2 sassy boss with almost 90% health. I think I was at like 86, 87%. So that's just awesome. Unfortunately, we did lose this war. We just had some deaths early on, and our back half of the war was actually really good. I think we had 7 deaths in our first 80 fights, and then in our last 70, we only had 2 deaths. So it was a nice end to the war, but unfortunately, we were just so far behind that SGA1 is going to take the win here, and we are going to start off the season 0-2. Now, I did say in my last war that the war had not ended yet, and I didn't know the result. I did end up updating it in the description, and I put a pinned comment on that video right before it went live. And we actually ended up tying the war 13-13, and we lost by only 18 seconds, which is the closest tie I've ever seen. We tied 13-13 on deaths, and we lost the fight by 18 seconds of fight duration, which was just brutal. But yeah, not a great start to the season. For me personally, it's an amazing start. For the Alliance, not so much. So we are now 0-2 on the season. I have 0 deaths personally, and my PSR is at 17 out of 17 fights soloed, or 100%. And my deathless streak is up to 18 fights. So yeah, that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And sorry, I don't think I said the score to this war. We lost 9-5. They had 5 deaths, we had 9. So yeah, that's all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will